It's snowing out here and shit. And get to it, you are. Bonnie Wills.
I didn't want the burger.
Okay, who should give it to?
Me. Nick, you give it to me.
She's pointing at Josiah.
No.
Okay, what this one's gonna do? Why you don't want the burger? Why you don't want it? That's all you have to do. Hey, listen to me. And you, y'all are brothers. All you can do is take the sandwich and break it in half, okay? You want a bite? That's all y'all gotta do, okay? Cause me a headache. Urgent. Funny Willis. Mama, I'm on the phone on the bed, okay? Yeah. What's that? Let me see. Why?
Mr. Burrow said, do I have fun playing? Winning is always fun. But in general, was it fun? Fourth up here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. NFLPA reportedly took notice of Joe Burrow comments this week regarding his recent hardship and fluid through injuries and off-field struggles. Citizen reporters on Wednesday, Burrow said, do I have fun playing? Winning is always fun. But in general, was it fun before? No, I wouldn't say it was that way. I have to do fun things. I have to have fun doing it. If not fun, then what am I doing it for? Those asked if there was a changing point that made football less enjoyable than it was previous, to which he responded, reflection on a lot of things that I've done and been through in my career. I think, and I've been through more than most, certainly not as easy on the brain or the body. So just trying to have fun doing it again. He went on to the board. There's just a lot of things going on right now related to both football and personal life. Schefter addressed the situation today, saying, I can tell you this. Other teams in the league took notice. I can tell you that for a fact. I know that because I was texting with some of them. Ocho? Yes, sir. One or two things gonna happen. Talk to me. If the Bengals don't fix this, what's going on? He gonna retire early, or he gonna pull a Carson Palmer. Now you know that number. You know that number very well, man, don't you, Ocho? Yeah, I do. Okay, what did number 9 say? Number 9 left all that money on the table and said, you know what, I'd rather go home and not make another dime.
Wide open look here for Murray.
Right.
And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah. Hey, but
pass to De Silva.
Yeah, this is great. This is also interesting. And I think
to the corner and buries it.
or how he's feeling right now in present time. Coming off of a loss.
Not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
At the elbow, Jokic. And Jokic throws it down. Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Guess what? It's a lot easier to do with stuff off the field when you're winning. Yeah. So guess what? When things are going bad at home and at work, because guess what? This is my happy play. Look, everybody play. I enjoy it. I get paid. The Kings ransom to play a kids game. When kids play, they happy. See at the playground.
Hey, hold on. The Bengals gave the Kings ransom to be able to play on that playground too. They gave you Jamar. They gave you T. You know, they gave you an offensive line. I mean, come on now. They've done everything they supposed to do on there and do.
Hey,
Now you got the handle
all the y'all.
Yeah.
He's throwing. Now see, when he was down, all of a sudden you don't flip the script. Now, Chad, y'all remember last year when Joe can't do no more? He can't do no more. He scored 38, they scored 41. He scored 41, they scored 45. He scored 45, they scored 48. Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, the part of Big Bro, I don't know anybody personally. We know from records, we can read this house is broken into. That robs you of peace, that robs you of security. Would I be surprised if he isn't going to move, if he hasn't moved already? Yeah, probably. Being injured at some point, I mean, think about it. He missed that part of the rookie season. ACL. He missed part of another season. Fractured hand. He missed part of it. He came last season. Ocho, he started the season dealing with that calf issue. This year, he missed 9. Like that is. And we're not winning.
He has earned his spot.
We're not winning.
And it's Suggs missing.
When Comcast says, you have to choose a field.
Okay, 2 hands for six. That's what they say, right?
That's right. Subscriptions right here. Sign up for free delivery at Comcast.com/pharmacy.
All guarded by
This is
Murray.
Dad. Here's the must-have gifts for the day.
Fonnie Willis, nigga. Shout out Fonnie, right?
All families.
Murray outside.
Yeah, shout out Fonnie. You know it's Pop. How you living? How you living? Yeah, that ain't it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That nigga Tom. That nigga Money Tommy. He Money Tommy out this bitch. Right? Shout out Fonnie. Willis.
We win it. We win it.
Willis. Shout out that nigga Fonnie.
And what you share. That's all we got to do across the people going run with it. I'm sure someone will. He's running the show. I'm not sure if they'll have a conversation with him.
No, I'll be
But clear heads, we'll probably have a conversation with him.
And say what?
You got to be careful with yourself.
He said, I got
You got to choose the word flag. I ain't going to do nothing.
Joe, baby. Joe, baby.
What y'all gonna do?
He ain't going
Because I got cocaine.
to leave home. I know you think you'll leave. Just be going away.
Away from me. I'm afraid. Heights, though.
Love to say that.
Great, Austin just played great. They've gotten good production up and down the lineup. We have talked during the season about how their record is like the best possible scenario because their defense is not the defense of a team that is, top 3 in the West. They've just been awesome on offense and particularly great in clutch. I think 8-0 in games that thought to go to clutch play. And, the idea here is they got to speed with LeBron like they start powering up. But if you're looking for a reason, and, you don't make any definitive things, if you're looking for a reason in December to say why the Lakers aren't necessarily
The Nuggets trail.
a bona fide contender, which,
Pop, nigga. Pop, nigga.
But
What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Stop. Fuck that on dude.
against the Spurs without Victor Wembanyama.
Give me that. Fonnie Willis, nigga. Fonnie Willis.
Yeah, I mean, the lack of athleticism.
We thought you was going, yeah, he trash. Who the fuck
The
that?
score of the game is because Marcus
Oh, shit. Why you blowing those? Why you blowing those? Mazellas? Whoever the fucking name is.
26, 27, 20.
Oh, yeah, you strapped it. Strapped you ass, nigga.
The athleticism of the Spurs guards really had their way. There was a point in the game last night when I was sitting there watching, and if you were just solely looking at the box
Shout out Jet.
score, you would
Shout out Chet.
they're basically double points.
Shout out Chet.
Really the free throw disparity because San Antonio was attacking
Tim Hardaway
crazy.
picks one up.
Fox,
It's his first trip to
Castle. They had waves of guys. It was almost like kind of a minor version of kind of what we've seen in Oklahoma
That nigga Vaselli.
And the one thing that
Weekend.
don't have, they have a lot of guys that get
angle players. Yeah, they got a lot of angle players.
And they basically
a lot of soft tissue niggas.
They basically made the Lakers take DeAndre Ayton off the court and go LeBron at five. We had 5 minutes, 3 guards with that group here, and it was a little bit alarming as far as what you saw last night with
Yeah, Vince, I think I'm just looking at how many days that the Spurs had to prepare. So this is the thing about the NBA Cup. So they played on Monday. So actually they only had 1 day. I thought they maybe had a couple of days, but they certainly prepared a game plan. That you're going to see. By the way, the Spurs are 17-7 too, and even though Victor wasn't ready to go, they're now 8-3 since Victor went down with that calf injury. They were playing well, but you could tell that they were able to. Mitch Johnson fully baked in a game plan. They had something ready to go, and I think. In addition to what we're going to learn about the Spurs, because we'll talk about that in a second, this is what the Lakers have to think about as trade season so it opens on Monday. There was a time this year where I'm not sure whether the Lakers could have looked at this team and said, yeah, we need to really try to do something to fix this roster if we're going to be contenders. But they're playing strong enough that they should consider it, and this just drove home that they really need
my Rizzy, you heard? Oh, step on the Philly.
Certainly, if they were entering the playoff series with the Spurs, that would be something to be pretty concerned.
Here's Hardaway.
I thought he was going to get a free.
Orlando leading by 4. Down low. And Isaac throws it down.
Yeah, you
shout out Fadi.
Isaac out of the paint. Once he's got that position, he is going to be all over the rim.
Let it be over and shit.
Joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. Jamal Mosley is doing a tremendous job for the Magic, and the players gravitate to his approach. He said, quote, coaching is teaching, and you can't teach yelling and screaming and hollering. You teach with communication and positivity, because that's how I think a lot of these guys will actually register it.
In the series against the Phoenix. Think about the problem crash ass they do against the Houston Rockets. Or
thought she was moving around the bench.
You don't have a collector in league that have a weak league. Like there's not it's the way that the Lakers roster is built, and there's no quality devices. When you get productive. But when you get the best perimeter players are all finest defenders on the ball, there's a lot of compensation we have to do about it.
In terms of emerging young stars, Banchero is very high on that list.
Well, he sure is, Kevin, because he can create shots.
Like Austin Reeves tries. Like Sam Van Gundy made a point last night that in both points I thought were interesting. He said, Luka Doncic is one of the 2 best offensive players in the history of the game. He just doesn't get back on defense. I want to stick a pin in that 2 best offensive players in the history of the game thing. But he was just saying he doesn't get back on defense. And then you got LeBron who may not be able to get back on defense. Right. If he chooses his spot. Yeah. It creates in a league that prioritizes speed. Like this is the fastest paced NBA has ever seen. But one thing you cannot have is poor transition defenders and poor point of attack defenders. And that's exactly what the Lakers had. So it almost negates their strength. Like to the point last night, maybe it looked like 3 or 4 different times the Spurs game.
Could have thought about that when they got busy.
Without their best player. And we don't consider the Spurs to be any level of serious contender.
At the start of the season,
everybody get the fuck out.
Despite my self-proclaimed rule about never put a ceiling in a big run in the album, it's a little fun. I was not prepared to say the Spurs were top 16.
He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Part of the reason why that looks ridiculous is that the Western Conference, some of these teams that we were taking as teams we thought were going to be bona fide top 16, such as the Clippers, for example, have woefully underachieved.
Yeah.
And the Wolves have not played well, etc. But part of it is because the Spurs have shown what their perimeter can do. And Stephon Castle had a brilliant game in this one. And he is now at full power from injury. By the way, Victor looks like he's trending towards being able to go on Saturday, which we'll get to the Thunder in a minute. But they're going to need everything they got for that. But if that is indeed the case, the Spurs will get full power. So their team, even though we've seen injuries to...
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Nuggets trail by 7. And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch. Well, if there's a better passing big man than Jokic, I want to know who it is.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Bounce pass, Black. Ben Carroll left side. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Bain. The 3 doesn't get it to drop for him. The Nuggets trailed by 4. Greg, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
And that comes off the assist by Jones. Now just a 1-point Orlando lead. 1:24 left in the first half of the game. Here's Suggs. And Isaac throws it down.
Well-aimed pass by Suggs. On time and on target to a ready shooter.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now, Jokic, after Paolo Banchero misses from long range. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
Over to the wing. Pass to Bain. Here's Banchero for 3. Here's Suggs. Drills the three-pointer. Suggs has got 5 points so far.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Now, here's Isaac. Misses from short range. Here's Murray. It's good. He's got 12.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
A three from Johnson. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Orlando out in front. They lead by 2. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Magic with the lead. And for such a young team, Greg, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
And that's their identity. They are elite at that end of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
So we've seen Dylan Harper go out a couple of times.
It's the second from the line.
We've seen
and on paper,
Luke Cornett has missed time. De'Aaron Fox obviously missed, I think, the first 7 or 8 games of the season. But when you see this fully formed team, and you see the kind of pressure that they can put on you because of their perimeter, I mean, you know,
yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense.
Probably really more advanced player than obviously he had a great college career, but from day one, the Spurs were like from day one. The Spurs are not an organization that you know brags about its players. It's not who they are. They believed from day one that they had scored huge in the draft with Castle, and to the point where they were like almost excited about Castle. They were having Victor. As laughable as that sounds, like obviously Victor was
that doesn't sound laughable. That nigga's throwing passes. That nigga.
We got our 2 guys, and you know, not everybody would agree with that. But this type of performance, this is the most important game Castle's played in the NBA. We agree with that, and he comes out on the road and delivers that performance. It's affirming. Where the Spurs are as an organization. I saw his parents after the game hallway in the back area, and I said to Dad, I said, you gotta love the guard and do that. Yeah, he had 7 assists and 6 rebounds. Watching it, and I almost chuckled to myself. And watching San Antonio in general,
clearly the defense has had no answer for
you come up with sometimes these big trades, and we do it's like, you know, hypotheticals, whenever these big names can come on the market and all that, and I said to myself, I will never allow someone to put Dylan Harper or Stephon Castle's name in a big trade. Right. Because I think watching it on TV compared to watching it in person is so much different. And how much these guys still have to grow. Because there are times last night in the dinner where these both of them want to rip your head out. You know, like, Spurs are 16. Dylan Harper tries like a reverse layup off an alley-oop, and Austin Reeves comes down and hits a 3 to kind of like 13. And you know, it's like, you know, some of that stuff, that youngness in them is a little maddening. But they've got special guards. Harper coming off the bench. They've got a lot of different ways. And, you know, we're sitting next to the scout, and you know, the value that they've been able to get at Cornett, Victor out. That didn't happen much. Yeah, well, that's, you know, part of the reason why the points so well. I mean, the thing I like about Castle, something I like about Castle is
well, that's part of his role.
He seats
with
times.
Great size, they rely on him to
hits the line 7 times a game. I mean, the 3 guards having played a lot of games with all 3 of them have all played, so the stats hard to compare because there's only going to be so many minutes available. But when you look at what these 3 guards do, night in, night out when it comes to their scoring ability. So, okay, so you may have one night where Fox might score 27, Castle might have 12, but
Kevin, I would
put
say
together, these guys, including 3 of them, are
is how
averaging
this guy
close to
has
60 points a
improved and
game.
added to his
And they
offensive
get to the
game.
line because
Came
Fox
into
gets to
the
the line.
league as basically a shooter, but now he has added playmaking and shot creation to his game. He can put the ball on the floor, take it to the basket and finish, or set up his teammates.
Here's Bain. Denver grabs the miss. Here is Watson. He's got 8. Pass to Jokic. Inside is Jokic territory.
Well, what really makes Jokic special inside isn't just his size, but his gracefulness.
Back to Bain. And here is Suggs. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Suggs has got 8 points. The Nuggets trail by 5. High arcing shot. And Hardaway with the lay-in.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Seven seconds left in the third. Jones with the bounce pass. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Magic lead by 3. And right after this, we'll bring it. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so Brown will bring it up for Denver. It's a 3-point game. Floats one up. Black grabs the board. And the shot goes in. And the Magic lead by 5.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Brown wide open. He fires. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, when Murray is passing the ball to his teammates, they are at their best.
And here's Jones. Pass to Bain. Nice feed from Valanciunas. Murray looking around. And again, Denver with the triple.
Well, Murray's a three-level scorer, but arguably does his finest work from that level.
One. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Blacks got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Murray. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Yeah, we've seen this before. When Murray gets it going, he gets it all going. He can score from anywhere.
To the middle. Bitadze can't hit. Left side, Brown. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Black with it. Here's Payne. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Murray
doesn't fear anyone inside. He just goes right at the defense.
He misses the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
It's Suggs with the drive. Fires the three. He drills the three. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Well, there's no question. Murray can go get one for you when you need it most.
Here's De Silva. Strong move off the glass.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
Cleared away by Carter. The Magic with the lead. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Huge turnover at really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
Murray. Oh, the floater is good.
Well, that's what the great ones do. That's a tough shot, but Murray makes it look easy.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And here's Jokic. 9 feet out. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, we've seen Jokic do this before, coming through in the biggest moments.
And the turnover again by Orlando. A 2-point game. Murray. Cleared away by Carter. And taken away by Johnson. Now Murray. Now Jones.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Jokic pulls it down.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Suggs with the steal. Now Banchero. Off the glass.
Used to be big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
Now Johnson. just 5 on the clock. Off target from outside. Count it.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Here's Murray. Launches it. And he does not hit. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Here we go.
That one drops.
Yeah, Murray is a very good outside shooter, but I think he's at his best when he gets into the paint.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Now, here's Suggs. Insane move and bucket.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Jokic fires. Cleared away by Carter. Now Bane launches a 3. Now Carter plays it in off the window.
Well, that's exactly what Carter Jr. should be doing. Rescuing plays off the offensive glass.
Good! And it's the Magic with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead early. Take the 3. Now Carter. Shot clock at 6. And that one is good.
Well, making those are big for Carter Jr. They keep the defense honest.
Brown feeling out a bit. Here he goes. What touch on the floater.
So graceful with the teardrop.
Free throw good from Brown.
Yeah, how about the bucket to tie with the D just all over him. The free throw to give them the lead. Just a fantastic play all around.
It's Suggs with the drive. Banchero. Bane. Suggs. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. They lead by 1. Now Jokic.
Absolutely the guy you go to in this situation. Jokic has no trouble scoring in the clutch.
Bane. Here's De Silva. It's good. Huge shot there, and the crowd knows it.
Yeah, you gotta love hearing a crowd get this fired up.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Murray doesn't get that one. Banchero left side. Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
That was a giant trip to the line.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Let's face it, really difficult to find an open three in this situation. Look, there's no secret. It's the only shot that'll save him. So the D is all over the perimeter guarding that three-point line.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came out in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony...